Well, back home in Nigeria, former President Muhammadu Buhari will be laid to rest in his hometown, Daura, in Katsina State. His death has drawn a massive outpouring of grief, with thousands gathering to pay their last respects. Trust TV's correspondent in Katsina, Abdullahi Yamadi, has more in the story.
Thousands of mourners, including family members, government officials, political associates, and supporters, have converged on Daura in Katsina State for the funeral of former President Muhammadu Buhari, scheduled for Tuesday. Among those in attendance are dignitaries from across Nigeria and beyond, all coming to pay their final respects and console the bereaved family. Earlier, Governor Diko Umaru, who returned from the United Kingdom, addressed journalists in Katsina, confirming that funeral arrangements were set for Tuesday.
We concluded that the body will arrive at Katsina tomorrow, inshallah, by about 12 noon, and the burial is going to take place in Daura about 2 p.m. These are the arrangements in place, and we pray to Almighty Allah to grant his soul peace, and may Allah grant him Al-Jannah Firdaus, and may Allah bring them to Katsina in peace. And on behalf of myself and the government and the people of Katsina State, we condole the family, and we also condole the people of Nigeria.
In a show of solidarity, prominent personalities including the Sultan of Sokoto, Saad Abubakar, former ministers Hadis Rika and Rotimi Amechi, and former Katsina State Governor Aminu Bello Masari have also arrived the state to honor the late leader. Meanwhile, across Daura and Katsina, the mood is sober. Residents describe the loss as personal, calling Buhari a father figure and a true statesman. In the ancient city of Daura, shops are shut, routines interrupted, and gloomy faces fill the streets, all in honor of their illustrious son, Buhari. There was initial confusion over the burial date, with many expecting the remains of the former president on Monday. However, official sources confirmed that the funeral will hold on Tuesday.
The sense we've been getting was that the worst was behind him and he was in the recovery mode, regaining his own condition. So for the news to come and hit us like a bolt from the sky is deeply, deeply shocking. Nigeria has lost a very rare kind of individual.
President Buhari's life was marked by sacrifice, integrity, and a relentless pursuit of the common good. As someone privileged to work closely with him, I bear witness to his unwavering commitments to Nigeria, to justice, and to common democratic ideals. From his early days as a disciplined and principled military leader to his emergence as a twice-elected civilian president, Muhammadu Buhari remained consistent in his values: simplicity, accountability, and service to humanity.
If you live with him, you will agree with me that he persevered many challenges in life, either in leadership or at a personal level, but he will persevere to the extent that you could hardly recognize any challenge. You can work with him without identifying what were his problems.
The loss of General Muhammadu Buhari is a great blow to us, not only Katsina people, but the nation at large, because he became like a leaning wall, where most of us are leaning towards him. He has become an icon. He has been somebody we always emulate. And his loss It's a great loss, not only to Katsina, but to the entire nation. We just pray that may his soul rest in perfect peace. Amen.
To many in Daura, President Buhari was a symbol of discipline, simplicity, and unwavering integrity. They describe him as a patriotic, trustworthy, and incorruptible leader whose life and service remain a model for future generations. The former president will be remembered for his commitments to national development, his humility, and his legacy of service to humanity.
Well, let's speak to Abdullahi Yamadi now, who is standing by via phone from Katsina for the plans for tomorrow's state funeral. Abdullahi Yamadi, busy day, I suppose, all round in Katsina and in Daura. What more can you tell us about the mood and the plans for the burial tomorrow?
Well, for the mood, Katsina and Daura residents are still wearing gloomy faces and in a state of sorrow. And of course, for the arrangements, it is expected that the remains of the former president will arrive Katsina around 12 noon. And then the president and commander-in-chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Tinubu, is expected to receive the remains of the former president at Muhammadu Airport here in Katsina. Thereafter, the airport protocols and guard of honor by the Nigerian military, they will proceed to Daura, where the funeral prayer is expected to hold at Kangiwa Square at the Daura Emirate Council. And immediately after, the remains of the former leader will be taken to his residence in Daura, where he'll be laid to rest.
Right. Just for those who are not familiar with the Katsina terrain, how many hours are we talking about, the drive from Katsina to Daura?
Well, from the Katsina airport to Daura, it's a straightforward journey, just about 60 kilometers from Katsina to Daura. So precisely about 45 minutes journey from Katsina to Daura.
Right. And what about, what's happening in Daura where the funeral is supposed to take place? We've seen some of the pictures there. Some of the VIPs have already landed, but we anticipate a lot more people coming into the state tomorrow. What can you tell us about plans there? Because we've also seen some deployment of security personnel.
Well, already some important dignitaries have continued to arrive Katsina, and of course from Katsina they proceed to Daura, and some will go straight to Daura. In fact, the MS Palace and of course the residence of the former late president is full of people who are going there to sympathize with the family and the Daura Emirate Council over the great loss of the former president. So there is a lot of people, visitors from all walks of life that are visiting Daura to sympathize or to console with the family and relatives of the former later president.
All right. And just finally on that point about what is going to happen tomorrow, there's a nationwide public holiday that was announced, but before that, governors of the Northwest have already announced a public holiday tomorrow. What are the people's reaction to tomorrow's public holiday in Katsina?
Well, already, like many people suggested, a lot of people want to participate in the funeral exercise, and then especially civil servants who may want to be part of the exercise. So I believe there will already people have been trooping to Daura to attend the funeral rites. So it is expected that the holiday will give Katsina residents and of course other Nigerians the opportunity to participate in the funeral and console with the family of the late former president.
All right. Quite a busy day ahead indeed. Abdullahi Yamadi, thank you so much for the update.
Thank you so much.